What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna get right into it. Recently, Avery Jonhson was being interviewed by Mark Jackson on his podcast, right? And the topic of Michael Jordan came up, and so like for the longest time, this goat conversation, it seemed like it come up on every podcast, right? And the more and more that you start to interview these guys from the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, guys who played with Mike, the more and more they just say that it was Mike, man. Mike is the GOAT. And a lot of these guys are saying that it's not even close. And so Avery Jonhson, man, he said that the thing that he liked about Mike is Mike played for one organization his entire career. That's one thing he gave Mike credit for, that that went a long ways towards making Mike the GOAT in his opinion. Then he said Mike three-peated 2 times, so that also factored into it. What else he said? He said Mike, Mike was all defense. He was the MVP of the let me see. He was the MVP of the championship games. He led the league in scoring, 10 times. Like he just had so many accolades, that I think, like Mike just did it, and everybody that has played with Mike, and these guys, again, like I always say, like these guys don't have a bone to pick. It's nothing political. You just have two ex-basketball players, Mark Jackson. He played against Michael Jordan, Avery Jonhson. You just got 2 guys who played in the league for a long time, and both of these guys played at a high level. Both of these guys were starters, and they said, it's Mike. Last week I think I did another one about the GOAT, and it was Mario Elie. I mentioned Mario Elie said it. Who else said it? Sam Cassell said that Mike was the GOAT. You just have so many guys, and like I said, all of these guys who are speaking up are people who don't have any political agenda. They're not connected to any network. They're not connected to any brand or nothing like that. You just have guys who just talking basketball, and and the way that Avery Jonhson spoke about Mike, man, I mean, he was just he was just in awe. Even it sounded like he was in awe, and this he's speaking about something that happened like years ago, and so a lot of times when you talk about somebody that's in the past, you can have like that their greatness can kind of fade, and then so you could be like the prisoner of court, like people say, you can be like a prisoner of the moment. But these guys, man, are not even, they're not fading their memory or their or the way they felt about Mike and what they see from LeBron. It's just not fading. It's not fading. These guys are just saying, it's Mike hands down. And that's not to say that LeBron is not a great, he's not a great basketball player. I don't know where Avery Jonhson ranked LeBron at, but I just appreciate the fact that all of these guys, man, are coming on these podcasts and they talking about basketball, and it's just Mike. It's Mike. And it's Mike hands down, man. I think I'm gonna do another video because, in my opinion, the way these guys talk about Mike, maybe Mike he may not get enough credit for his greatness, and so I'm gonna put a video. I'm gonna put that video together because I think Mike should be even more appreciated. Who was that? Stephon Marbury said that Mike, like in the GOAT conversation, you shouldn't even bring up Mike. You know what I mean? Like Mike is in his whole separate category. And I thought that was strong. You know, I thought that was, that was strong, So that's my take on it. I'm gonna do a video though about Mike and his greatness. And maybe Mike don't get enough credit for his greatness and what he brought to the table and what he did, man. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about, what Avery Jonhson said. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And I'll check you all out on the next video.